What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So we're going to be talking about appendix carry. So we're going to have a little discussion about appendix carry. And before we start, guys, I am not anti-appendix carry, so don't just automatically think that. So let's get into it. So, appendix carry. Ever since I've had the channel, since I've had the YouTube channel, one of the earliest videos I did was appendix carry. I was actually a little bit of a clickbait. Go figure. I'll put a little tag up in here or wherever it shows up over here, so you can go take a look at it. My horrible, I was just learning how to do video and stuff like that. It was actually a clickbait because that's how I thought how I could get people to watch my videos. I didn't know much about it. I think I had like 12 followers, maybe. I think maybe 7 followers at the time. So it was a little bit of a clickbait when I did it. But basically what I talked about it is appendix carry is I basically said why I don't like appendix carry. And the honest truth is I do like appendix carry. And the main reason I don't like appendix carry is because it's too cool. All right. People make it too cool. And two, if you sit down too fast, it really hurts. And I still stand to it to this day. If you sit down and you're carrying appendix and you sit down way too fast, you are going to be singing high pitch. All right. So don't do that. But anyway, so that was just that's a whole video I did on appendix carry. But I also did other videos regarding appendix carry. I actually did like appendix carry 101. All right. It was a year, maybe 2 years ago. I did appendix carry 101. All right. I was talking about the basics of appendix carry. So I'm not going to go over a ton of that stuff. I might cover a little bit here because I did an entire video that actually specifically on the actual topic. So my coffee down here. So I'm not anti-appendix carry. I've never been anti-appendix carry. I have like little things when it comes to my appendix carry, my own opinions that I have in that, and I bring that into the video, and I will stand for those opinions to this day. I honestly think that a new shooter who is just getting into firearms training should not just start off with appendix carry. I think you need to learn how to, you have to build the confidence and the actual techniques of pulling the gun in and out of the holster, wherever it is on your body, before you actually start carrying it loaded when you're in appendix carry. So that's one of my things that I have with it. Another thing that I have with it, I'm not a big fan of standard striker fired pistols in appendix carry. I'm just not a huge fan of it. All right. Double action pistols, absolutely. If it has a safety on it, absolutely. I have no issues with it. Striker fired pistols, a lot of people will completely disagree with me. That's fine. That's your opinion. I don't think it's the best technique. I don't think it's a good idea for most part when it comes to the appendix carry. Well, there's caveats to it. All right, there's caveats to it. If you train on a daily basis and you have a lot of repetition on it, and you consider yourself a competent shooter and a competent carrier, then absolutely, by far, go carry it. All right, absolutely carry it there. But when it comes to new shooters or people who see the different trends, because gun carry techniques and firearms and all this other stuff, they all comes in trends. They're kind of like skinny jeans, right? They come in and out of style all the time. And if you're just following the trends and stuff like that, and you just start doing it out of nowhere without any proper training or whatever, then probably not a good idea, especially with a striker fired pistol. All right, so it's probably not a good idea with a striker fired pistol. Now, those are a couple of things I don't like, downsides to appendix carry, my own personal opinions on it. So, you have to have training in order to do it. Absolutely, you have to have training to do it. And I wouldn't recommend, especially if you're a newer shooter, doing it with a striker fired pistol. I just wouldn't recommend it. Now there's a couple of things I want to talk about when it comes to this. And then the first things first is, the elephant in the room. The gun is pointed in a very unsafe direction. All right, and a lot of people disagree with me. It's pointed in a pretty unsafe direction. You're sitting down and the muzzle is pointed at you. All right, when your body turns, your muzzle is pointed at you. You're bending down to tie your shoe. It's literally pointing through you. All right, it's pointing through you. And there has been, and I've seen videos of it actually going off, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So that's the elephant in the room. I mean, it's literally pointed in a pretty unsafe direction. It really is. A lot of people are like, oh, with the right holster, it's right. Yeah, with the right holster, it'll be good to go. But you have to keep that in mind. This is not the safest technique. Appendix carry is not the safest technique when it comes to carrying. When you're carrying strong side, all right, usually if the pistol's on cant, if it's straight up and down, when you're pulling it, if it goes off, it'll go off into your leg. Absolutely, go off in your leg or go out into your butt, depending on where you're carrying it. And yeah, you're gonna go in the hospital. It's gonna be a bad thing. If it goes off here, or if it goes out in this direction, you get a fatal injury. You can have fatal injury because you have the femoral artery down there. All right, and you have you guys know the other issue when it comes to, especially if you're a dude. All right. So you have a very fatal injury if you carry it up front. And there are plenty of stories out there. And a lot of people say, "Oh, name one person." And it's like, "Oh, I don't know their names, but there's plenty of stories out there." Like there's actually a guy on video. He actually had a Glock 43. This is the one thing: don't do aftermarket triggers. Don't be dumb if you're going to carry appendix carry. If you have a carry gun, don't put an aftermarket trigger on it. All right, keep a standard trigger on it. So that's one of my things. You know, if you disagree with me, fine. But I'm just telling you, don't do an aftermarket lightweight trigger on it. This dude had a Glock 43, and it looks like he was at a range or something like that, and he's packing up for the day, and he's loading it up, and he just puts it in his appendix carry holster. He's like, "Oh," and he's talking about, "Oh, it's something you train through and stuff like that." And then he goes down to grab something, I don't remember what it was, and boom, it goes off when he's bending over. And if your body bends like this, and say this is a pistol, when you're bending over like this, boom, went here, came up, went out the back. All right, so it is not the safest way to carry a firearm, especially if you have an aftermarket trigger, which is a very lightweight trigger in it. All right. Get a good holster. All right. And I don't know what type of holster that dude was wearing, but he had an aftermarket trigger with some sort of holster in it, and maybe the holster was a good holster. Maybe something just got into it. I don't know the exacts on the story, because anything, like especially with like a Glock or M&P, anything gets into that specific holster, whether it's a shirt, brass, whatever it is, and that could actually pull the trigger when you're leaning forward or whatever it is, and that could actually set the firearm off. So don't get an aftermarket trigger, and have a decent quality holster for appendix, like an appendix specific holster. All right, an appendix specific holster. I've talked about that before. All right, so you want a bit of a teardrop shape. His appendix has like a teardrop shape holster on it. I like the ones that have a slight cant in it in the actual shape of it. So when you put it in your body, the actual grip, actually, if it starts here with that slight cant, it actually pulls it a little bit more up against your body. I'm probably going to do with this one, I'm probably going to get actually a claw on this, just get a little extra, but this one's already pretty good as it is. So, but when you're carrying appendix, like I said, you have to have a good holster, a good appendix carry holster, not some random holster that you find. A good appendix carry holster, and have a stock trigger. All right, don't mess around with internal components of a pistol, especially if you're carrying appendix. All right, so that's a big one. All right, that's a big one. One of the biggest benefits for appendix carry is the concealability of appendix carry. All right, that's one of the biggest benefits of appendix carry, and that's why I usually do it in the warmer months. All right, I use it in the warmer months, and the concealability in appendix is so much better than a strong side carry. Now, there are great holsters out there, great holster makers out there, and it doesn't have to be a fancy high-name holster. It could be something you find on Amazon from someone that has a really good holster. And if you know what to look for in a holster, like, oh, okay, this is a good holster for it. But appendix carry is people, in general, people are trained when we're young not to look in the private areas of people. All right, we'll just say that, a daddy, don't look down there, right? That's not a very nice thing to do. It is a very concealable place to carry a firearm, especially with the right holster that has a little bit of a cant in it, all right, where it pulls the grip actually against your body. When you're on the strong side, when you carry strong side, whether it's a 3 o'clock position or a little bit farther back, whatever, however you like to carry your strong side carry, it's a bulk it's a bulge that's standing out in the side of your body. So if your body's like this, has some natural curves, it's a bulge that's standing out in the side of your body. Even if you have a canted pistol, like even if the pistol's canted at like a 45-degree angle or something like that, it kind of helps a little bit with the actual grip and the shape of it, blending it into your body. But even then, it's still just, you see little edges of it. There's a lot more printing when it comes to strong side carry. Small of the back carry. A lot of people like small of the back carry. It's popular in Hollywood. Basically, you have a big hunk of metal or on your spine. If you fall down, it can cause an injury. I've talked about that before, and it has caused injuries in the past. And two, it's just not the most concealable place. And a lot of people think it is, oh, well, your back has a little flatness there and it's good. But yeah, but the problem is the second you reach up or the second you bend over, that shirt, whatever the shirt is, it always all comes up over the pistol. Ask me how I know. When I first started concealed carrying, I carried small on my back. And it wasn't very concealed for very long. The second I did anything, went to a grocery store, guess what? Everyone could see my gun. All right, whether you stretch for something, bend for something, whatever it is, that pops out. And just randomly, you get out of the car, the shirt comes up and just lands, and your pistol's right there for everyone to see it. And someone could just walk up behind you and easily grab it, right? And you might feel them, but it'll be a little too late by the time you get back there when they already have their gun on you, or they'll have your gun. When it comes to appendix carry, it is very concealable, and it's not an easy place for people to grab, all right? And it's literally within your arm's reach. Like literally when your arm's reach, someone comes grabbing it, you can simply put your hand on it, all right? It is right there. Someone can't sneak up in front of me, if you catch my drift, and sneak up in front of me and pull it from the front without me noticing, whereas a small in my back, or unless in the farther back, someone could walk in and see it and grab it and run away. So appendix carry is very concealable. It's very, very concealable. Another benefit of it is it's very easy to get to the firearm. Now, some people will tell you it's faster to carry appendix than it is strong side. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I don't use shot timers for it. I pull just as fast from the appendix as I do strong side, and I have no issue either way, one way or the other. Maybe other people are different. I don't know. Maybe it takes like a half of a point second off your draw. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. If the gun gets out and you get rounds on target within 3 seconds, you're good to go. All right, you're good to go. So I don't know if it's a faster draw, but a lot of people say it's a faster draw. But one good thing about it is it's an easy draw. It's a very easy draw. I mean, everything's right here in front of you. I mean, you clear the cover garment, push your body back, pull the gun out, put it on the target. Now, I do that when I'm pulling it out. I push my body back because it actually clears the firearm from my body. My legs are down here, the firearm's like that, and then I pull it out. You don't want to just pull it straight up like this, and you're still pointing here. So you pull it out and you kind of flip it out like this, and then you bring it onto the target. All right, so anyway, so there are some benefits to appendix carry. There really are some benefits to appendix carry. But once again, guys, I'm not anti-appendix carry. I have a lot of people in my videos say, Matt, you're anti-appendix carry. I'm like, no, I'm not anti-appendix carry. As a matter of fact, I am a fan of appendix carry. It's just not my preferred technique. However, when it comes to summer or something like that, yes, it is my daily technique that I use because of the inconcealability of the actual draw and where the actual gun sits on your body. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, guys. If you like the content of this channel, guys, go check me out on Patreon. The link is down below in the description. You can help support this channel, whether it's $1 a month or whatever it is, guys. It goes a long, long way. Anyway, guys, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.